We're ranking the most popular training plans on a scale from perfect all the way down to dog water.
So we're going to be coming from the lens of building a AAA physique. Aesthetic, athletic, and attractive. If you're a gym cell bodybuilder who wants to go on stage and oil up in a G-banger, leave this video, it's going to offend you.
Yeah, even unsubscribe, to be honest. We've always had pretty shit muscle building genetics, so we've pretty much tried all of these plans at an attempt to beat those genetics, and at the end of the day, we have found ones that work the best. Let's get into it. All right, so calisthenics. That's the only one we really haven't done here.
I mean, I throw it in there every once in a while. I'll try some muscle ups. But I mean, if you're trying to optimize for time spent in the gym and muscle built, I don't think calisthenics is optimal.
Depends, like what you really want to get out of fitness. Like calisthenics is fucking sick. Like if you can do like one arm handstands, the muscle ups, that shit is fucking dope in my opinion.
Yeah, and if you look at the last A in the AAA physique, it's attractive. And I think if you can pull off a handstand or do some crazy shit in front of the huzz,
and calisthenics does hit some really good muscle groups, especially with, you know, the weighted pull-ups they do. I'm gonna put this in great.
The only problem is progressive overload. But I mean, you can build a good physique with calisthenics alone.
Yeah. All right, next we have CrossFit. All right, so next we have the Spartan protocol, okay?
This is essentially the conclusion we came to after trying all of these splits. Yeah, it's pretty much just like the sum of the best of all of the training splits.
It's honestly hard for it not to sound like a plug, but like if you were to do anything to build this kind of physique, you just would do the Spartan protocol because it's the best of all the training plans. Yeah. Like I have no option but to put this in perfect.
It's what we sell, we have to.
It's what we sell it, it's perfect.
Powerlifting. Okay, so athletic, attractive, aesthetic. Doesn't really do much of those. I mean, it gets your numbers up. You can win powerlifting competitions.
There's going to be some furious powerlifters here, I already know for a fact. Yes, obviously you build the muscle alongside powerlifting, but we tried to do that at the start. We tried to do the whole powerlifting thing. It's honestly for the people who have elite muscle building genetics and elite strength genetics. There are people that go into gym doing powerlifting. They just pull some insane numbers right off the bat. They build insane physiques. They get really strong. But honestly, for some people, man, like they just ain't cut from that cloth, honestly.
Yeah. Unless you're trying to specifically do powerlifting, I don't see the point in it.
I'll put it in reasonable though, because, you know, everyone kind of starts off with this hybrid powerlifting.
I'm just salty because my bench sucks. So. No split, meaning you don't work out. I mean,
there's no one watching this video that's doing no split on it. I think we could all mutually agree, if you're not working out, especially in like 2025, it's like, what the actual fuck are you doing? Are you pulling your dick or what? What are you even doing with your life? This also includes sports. I think it's fair enough if you're doing some sort of combat sport. No other sports, they're all gay, but if you're not doing a combat sport or not working out at all, yeah, just go straight to dog water. Like, you know, what are you doing? What are you doing with your life, bro? Grow up.
Okay, so we've got upper lower. I mean, so upper lower essentially means like an equal amount of upper days as lower days. So you just train upper, lower. Maybe you do it 4 days a week, 6 days a week. Essentially, it's just upper body followed by lower body. On paper, it makes sense. Your lower body is half your body, your upper body is half your body. But who's trying to train legs as much as their upper body?
Me personally, I haven't seen any bodybuilders or notable figures actually promote this plan. You know, let me know if I'm wrong in the comment section. But for us, we did a little bit of this and we just weren't getting the same results as other splits. I'll still put it, I think I'll put it in, I'm
gonna put it in reasonable because I mean, if your legs are lacking, maybe it makes a lot of sense. But I mean, there's just better plans that we're about to go into.
Full body.
So this could be 3 days a week, this could be 4 days a week. You'd be pushing it to do more than 4 days a week. Even 2 days a week, this really works. I mean, even at 2 days a week, you're training the body parts as much as push-pull legs 6 days a week. I fucking love full body. Essentially, you're just opening more windows for muscle protein synthesis with full body, especially at high frequencies. So if you're doing push-pull legs in there 6 days a week, you're stimulating each muscle group 104 times. You can go to the gym 2 days less, doing full body 4 days a week, and stimulate that same muscle group twice as much. Yes, you can't train to the same intensity, but I honestly think frequency and opening more windows for growth, especially considering muscles can recover within 48 hours, is just going to be more beneficial than loading a bunch of volume in one session on those muscle groups. Full body, it has to be imperfect.
Yeah. Full body is honestly where I've seen the development of my physique the most. It's when I start actually growing.
I hit a massive plateau doing push-pull legs, and once I started on full body, felt like I was just hitting the muscles more frequently and growing and seeing the results and getting those feedback loops quicker. It has to go to the top of perfect, I think.
Yeah, if you want to learn all about it and like why you should be doing it, look into Jordan Peters. This is essentially like the godfather of training plans. I mean, just look at the state of this guy. He openly promotes full body and there's a good reason why.
Next we have the bro split. If this was 2012, I'd put it into perfect, but it's not, and it's just not optimal. I mean, you're training each muscle group once a week. I just went into a huge spiel about opening windows for muscle protein synthesis and frequency, and I mean, it's cool to just blast one muscle group, especially if like you're doing arms or chest or something.
Yeah, bro split, I don't think it's optimal, bro.
I think it's unreasonable. Push-pull legs. I think 90% of people with like a decent head on their shoulders are doing this split. It's like what most bodybuilders are doing at the moment. It's definitely the most popular, and it's for good reason. I mean, there's really no fault to it.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, majority of our fitness career, we've been doing push-pull legs.
The only problem, once again, is you're spending so much time in the gym. It doesn't really leave much room for anything else, like a sport, like a combat sport. You're spending a lot of time in the gym, and once again, you're only opening 2 windows for building those muscle groups.
Yeah.
Efficiency-wise, it's not the best, but apart from that, I mean, you're going to see pretty much 100% of the growth that you can make on push-pull legs.
It all depends on lifestyle factors as well. If you guys are familiar with what we do, we obviously box as well. So we don't just want to box, we also want to get fucking jacked. You know, there's a very hard things to do. So we try to do the push-pull legs with the boxing. We try to train the same day as the boxing. It just doesn't work. Full body works the best if you're trying to have that Spartan protocol hybrid lifestyle, because you can just do one day, gym, smash your body, do boxing the next day. You know, that is what's most optimal, I feel. I think this still deserves to be in great though, because it's an old-time classic and it's sort of like what we started on.
We have full body plus doing a sport, ideally a combat sport. This is the fucking life, I gotta say, because the thing is, when you do a sport on top of full body, it gets rid of all the weaknesses that bodybuilders have. They're not athletic. They're not like, they have no appeal in terms of women. Their mental health fucking sucks. I think that's probably the biggest difference I noticed.
Yeah.
Is like your body dysmorphia will be cured when you start doing things outside of bodybuilding.
Specifically recommend combat sports is what will do it. There is like a number of how many times you can get punched in the face in sparring to the correlation between how good your mental health is. Yeah, I think for most guys who only go to gym, they feel like there is something missing. Pretty much everyone says this that I meet and we're talking about, you know, the training plan. They always just feel like there's something missing. Like they want to do kickboxing or Muay Thai or something of that nature. And there's a reason why. It's because we want to fight. It's in our nature primarily. We're not built to just lift cables and shit. So this has to be in perfect.
Honestly,
man.
I'm gonna put this in perfect and drop full body down to great, because it's not perfect because you're not doing a combat sport as well.
And this is like a lot of what the Spartan protocol is. Most of the guys that are in there, we've got like 200 plus members. Most of the guys there, they're doing gym and a sport. In fact, we actually had someone come up to us in the gym literally yesterday that's in the group, and he was boxing, did a bit of sparring, and then I seen him also lifting weights. Thought it was fucking dope.
Okay, PPUL, what is that? So it's push, pull, upper, lower. I've not really heard many people talk about this. This is honestly something I made on myself, and I think there are some people doing it, but this was because I specifically had 4 days to work out, and I said, okay, how do I get the most out of these 4 days? Push, pull, upper, lower. It's pretty fucking dialed. The only fault to this is you're only doing legs once a week and you're training upper body 3 times a week, which, I mean, for aesthetics, for appeal, fucking optimal.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you've already got decent legs, it's a great split.
Goes to great. So that's pretty much it, guys. Let us know where you would reorder these. A lot of you guys always have a problem with how we do this, but you have to remember we are optimizing for the AAA physique, which is the physique we build inside the Spartan protocol, because I think that is honestly what most people want at the end of the day. They want to be respected by men, they want to have appeal to women, and they want to be athletic. All of these plans you can pretty much find inside the Spartan protocol. It's hard to make this not sound like a massive fucking plug, but it essentially is, because you can't find all this information in one place like it is in the Spartan protocol. Let us know what we should do next. See you boys in the next one. Subscribe.